I'm Dr. Bryan Ardis. I have been a holistic healer actually since 2004. I was motivated to actually heal my sister who was incorrectly diagnosed as having what's called systemic lupus erythematosus when she was 11 years old and I was 21 years old. At the time, I was told and my family was told that my little sister had a rare condition called systemic lupus erythematosus, which meant her body was now killing her. There is no known cause, no known cure. There's only these three treatment options. And these three treatment options are prednisone, methotrexate, and Plaquenil, which are three pharmaceutical drugs that she was going to have to live on for the rest of her life to try to suppress and minimize her symptoms. But this profession was absolutely admitting, and I recognized it right away, that they did not know how to figure out what caused her disease. They didn't know how to fix the disease. They just had these three treatment options they had to give her. My family was told these three drugs over time were going to destroy her liver and kidneys, and she would not live into her 40s. There was also side effects of stillbirths and birth defects in children while living on these drugs. So now my 11-year-old sister and my entire family were told she would never be able to have a family of her own. She could not have children. My parents were very distraught. They started crying. They thought they heard that she was diagnosed with a terminal illness. She wasn't diagnosed with a terminal illness. This profession told me and my family, we don't know how to fix it. We don't know what's wrong with her. We just call it lupus. These three drugs are our only option. And by the way, in the next 3 decades, they will end her life and poison her to death. And the poisonous effects are going to keep her from having children. And I looked at my family then and I said, just because this medical profession doesn't know how to figure out what happened to her 3 months ago to make her entire body hurt, doesn't mean that someone doesn't. So if I can't find another profession to tell us what's wrong with her, I will figure out what happened to her to make her hurt. It just made a sense to me that there was a cause and effect. Something happened to her. She started having pain. This is why I became the doctor that I am. And in 2004, I opened up my first Ardis Healing Center in Tennessee, then subsequently did one in 2009 in Dallas, Texas. I just want your audience to know it took 12 years of her being treated with these drugs before I finally knew how to help people figure out what was the underlying causes of diseases. In my sister's case, she actually had microscopic parasites in her spleen that she picked up when she was 11 from the drinking water in the town she lived in. These parasites infiltrated her lymph system to cause all of her joint pain. The medical doctors called it lupus. It was actually a parasitic infection, never diagnosed or evaluated for. It took 2 months to get rid of all the parasites. It took 3 more months to get her off her drugs. She hasn't been on any of those drugs for the last 9 years, and she has 4 children now. She had her 4th one in October. The body can heal. It has been confirmed she doesn't have lupus anymore. But the overall theme here is what you've been told medically is not always true. There is a cause for your symptoms. You need to find someone to tell you what's causing it.